Hey peeps, this is Miss Morell. I'm here with your recap of 7th grade science for Wednesday, September 30th and Thursday, October 1st. Can you believe it's already October? So exciting. The holidays are upon us. In class this week, if you missed previous classes, here as always is your video recap. We started with warm-up questions that really helped us wrap up our cell theory lesson. We reviewed our history of cell theory assignment after we watched this Khan Academy cell theory video. So then we went back through the assignment and made sure that everybody understands that cell theory is an explanation of the relationship between individual cells and whole organisms, and how whole organisms continue to flourish and populate on our planet. And they do that because cells come from other cells. So we learned that there are three principal parts of cell theory. The first part says that all living things are made of cells. And we know that also from characteristics of living things. The second part of cell history says that cells are the basic unit of structure and function for all living things. And then, as I mentioned a minute ago, the third part is that all cells come from other cells, which means they don't just magically appear. They don't spontaneously generate as they thought once upon a time. There are some key scientists involved with this theory, namely Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke is credited for discovering and naming cells. He discovered the existence of cells when he looked at cork under a microscope. We have Anton von Leeuwenhoek, who's credited with the first microscope and scraped his teeth and used the scrapings from his teeth, put it under the microscope, and discovered bacteria. How crazy is that, scraping his teeth? So that was von Leeuwenhoek, bacteria and microscopes. And then we had Schleiden, who is credited with realizing that all plants are made from cells, while at the same time, on the other end of Germany, we had Schwann working, and he discovered that all animals are made of cells. And then finally, we have Rudolf Virchow, who discovered through a meat experiment and larva that all cells come from other cells. They don't just spontaneously appear. So that's a summary of cell theory. If you missed class, I strongly encourage you to watch the videos that we've provided about this information. They're very helpful. We also completed a cell theory learning check. That was for a formative grade. As always, you get 2 tries. Take it once, figure out what you missed, go to the science journal, address it, and then take it again. We then watched a video for light microscopes and how to use them. We're not getting to use microscopes in class right now because of COVID, but hopefully at some point we will. And so we want you guys to have this background. So please watch this video. Then we also wrapped up our warm-ups, and so the homework assignment is due. But as always, here is an explanation video if you missed class or can't read your writing and didn't get the answers written down. So here's the explanation video. And then finally, your work for your pre-work before next class is watch the video about microscopes again and make sure you've got everything down, and then take this microscope learning check. You'll notice in your modules that I've also put a microscope vocabulary set for you. You should study that before the next test. Most definitely study that and make sure that you know the parts of the microscope. And then coming soon, I'll have just like a click and drag or click through PowerPoint for you for identifying the parts of the microscope. So that's it. That's what we did in class on Wednesday and Thursday, September 30th and October 1st. Hope this gets you where you need to be. Have an awesome day.